Hello, my name is Ruth Bridger, and I'm the marketing manager for the Alongo BeHear line of hearing amplification products. Thank you for taking the time to join me today and to learn about the new features in the BeHear Access Model 2. I'm joined by my friend Patty, who will help me demonstrate the new features to you. She is wearing the new model of BeHear Access, and so everything that you are hearing is actually being transmitted by her headset. So it's just as if you were wearing the device yourself. It should give you an in-person understanding of what we are presenting as the new features. What we like to say about this model is that it is simpler to use, yet even more powerful and feature-rich than the existing version of BeHear Access. BeHear Access Model 2 uses the exact same form factor, and it includes all the great features and functionality found in the current model, what we call now Model 1. In addition, Model 2 has 5 new features. The first new feature I'd like to introduce is tone control. It is now possible to use the headset right out of the box to adjust the balance between bass and treble sound input for all the hearing modes, live conversation, cell phone and video calls, and audio streaming. This means that you will no longer need to use the BeHear app to get a customized hearing experience. We understand that some people prefer not to use the app. Of course, for those who want a truly personalized headset, we still recommend that you use the hearing assessment and other sound tuning options that are offered only in the app. To support the tone control feature in the headset, we have modified the right-hand control box buttons as follows. Pressing the top plus button will increase the emphasis on the higher or treble frequencies. Pressing the bottom button, the minus, will gradually place more emphasis on lower or bass frequencies. Did you hear the difference? Of course, you can also use the app to adjust the tone control. On the home screen, tapping the equalizer button and then scrolling down to the tone control area, you can tap on the left button to emphasize bass, or on the right button to emphasize treble or high frequencies. If you want to put it back in a balanced position, just slide that back to the middle. Did you hear the difference? The next feature is pretty straightforward. We have upgraded to Bluetooth version 5.0. The version is known to be easier to pair with other devices, and it provides a more stable connection overall. Last but not least, this upgrade means that we will be able to send out firmware upgrades to existing customers as we add new features and functionality to the device. Those customers requiring significant gain will appreciate the fact that Model 2 allows them to pump up the volume without generating annoying feedback. Did you know that 10 to 15% of the general population suffers from some form of tinnitus, that annoying ringing in your ears or buzzing sound? Although there is currently no cure for tinnitus, one of the most popular therapies used to lessen the discomfort it causes is known as masking. This therapy is typically found in high-end hearing aids because there is a definite correlation between hearing loss and tinnitus. The therapy involves generating a white noise-like sound outside the head to counteract the noise that is heard inside the head. Studies show that the best way to get good results from the masking is to attempt to match the phantom sound inside the head and then amplify it slightly. In BeHear Access Model 2, we enable the user to determine the masking sound that best counteracts their tinnitus. Using the BeHear app, the user can control the volume, sharpness, pitch, balance, and modulation of the generated noise. The customized sound can then be easily activated and deactivated in personal hearing mode using the headset, by pressing the bottom buttons of both control boxes simultaneously, like this. Did you hear that? Now I'd like to show you how you can customize that tinnitus masking sound using the app. On the home screen, there is a new icon, this ear, and currently you'll see that the volume level for the tinnitus masking is at 0, so it is off. If I move the dot anywhere to the right, the volume increases and the grid becomes available. It is set up much like our sound tuning grid, and you use it in the same way. To change the frequency and pitch of the sound, you simply place your finger on one of the squares and listen to the sound, and then experiment. Do you hear the difference in those sounds? When you reach a sound that matches your tinnitus, you can then save that and the next time that you activate the tinnitus masking, it will use that customized sound. Those of you who are multilingual will appreciate this next feature. Instead of being supplied with 4 pre-programmed languages for voice prompts, you now have complete flexibility in choosing between our list of 11 and growing languages, which can be downloaded via the app. In this table, you can see a quick recap of the differences between BeHear Access Model 1 and Model 2. The Bluetooth version has been upgraded from 4.2 to 5.0. It is now possible to perform a firmware update via the app. You now have treble and bass control, both through the headset and through the app. We have a tinnitus masking noise generator that is supported in Model 2. Voice prompts are now available in 11 languages, which can be downloaded easily via the app. And we now support maximum amplification without feedback. We've tried to make it as easy as possible to differentiate between the models. Round green stickers on both the top of the product package and on the inside of the neckband indicate that you have Model 2. You can also check the version by pairing the BeHear Access with a smartphone and checking in the BeHear app. Go to the information menu and tap the version icon. Thank you very much for joining me today. If you have any comments or questions, don't hesitate to contact us.